just a quick revision of what we have done in the previous class. So we started with the definition of Hooke's law, and we have derived one important relation. And the relation was regarding the deflection of a bar when subjected to the tensile load. So can someone tell me what was that relation?
Del L is equals to P into L upon A.
Good. Delta L is equal to P into L divided by A. Perfect answer. Where what is delta L? Delta L is the deflection or the elongation of the bar. P is nothing but the load applied. L is the actual length of the bar. A is the area of cross section, and E is the Young's modulus of elasticity. Capital E is Young's modulus of elasticity. And then I have also told you that it's a very simple problem, but the students make mistake here in the units. So we have decided that force is in newtons or load in newton, and all the length, area, and all that we will keep in mm. So every unit should be converted into newton and mm. So we have also seen that we will be converting P into, that is load, into newtons, then length in mm, then area in mm square, and lastly we have E. The unit will be newton per mm square. So you can see everything is either in newton or in mm. So you have to make a note of this. And then we have solved one problem, actually two problems. One problem we have solved, and one problem I have given you for practice. Okay, now let us go for the next question, similar type, again a 10 marks question from your university paper. Question is something like this: an axial pull of 20 kilonewton is acting on a bar consisting of three lengths as shown in the figure. Okay, so this diagram is given. If E is equal to 210 GPa, so is the unit proper? Are the units in the standard form?
No, sir.
We have to convert it into which units?
Newton per meter.
Yes, it will be
mm
newton
square.
per mm square, not meter square, newton per mm square. Okay, let us go for that. And what we need to determine? We have to determine what is the stress in each section. Stress means we need to find out what is sigma in each section. So there are three sections here, 1, 2, 3. So we need to find out sigma 1, sigma 2, and sigma 3. And we also need to find out total elongation of the bar. This make the correction here. It will be total elongation of the bar. So other thing which is given is length of section 1 is 20 centimeters. So I will mark it here in the diagram. So this length is 20 centimeter. Then length of section 2 25 centimeters. I will write here 25 centimeter. And the third one is length of section 3 20 centimeters. So I will write here 20 centimeters. Okay. The other data given is diameter of section 1 5 centimeters. So I will write here that diameter for this section is 5 centimeter. Then diameter for section 2 is 4 centimeters. I will write diameter 4 centimeter. And here I will write diameter 3 centimeter. So now this figure which is given is complete in all respects. In all respects, I mean all the dimensions are now given which are required. As there are three sections, we need to find out what is the elongation of section 1, what is elongation of section 2, and what is elongation of section 3. Before that, what we require, let us go for this part. We have our formula, stress is equal to force upon area. देखो हमको क्वेश्चन में दो चीज पूछा है, find stress in each section and total length of the bar, or sorry, total elongation of the bar. So for stress I have the formula stress is equal to force upon area, and for elongation I have the formula delta L is equal to PL by AE. So these two formulas are to be used. So if we want to find out the values, let us say at section 1, so what I will rename it, I will write them sigma 1 here, P1 A1. Similarly I will write delta L1 P1 L1 A1 E1. Any doubts in this?
No.
हमारे यहाँ पर तीन अलग अलग सेक्शन है, सेक्शन 1, सेक्शन 2, सेक्शन 3. इसलिए तीनों के उसमें हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा, अलग अलग स्ट्रेस फाइंड करना है और अलग अलग डेल्टा एल फाइंड करना है. So if I consider first section, I will just replace sigma by sigma 1, P by P1, and A by A1. Area 1, let us go for this formula. Area 1. So can you find out area 1 from the given dimensions? Pi r square. Perfect. So either you write pi r square for area or you write pi by 4 d square. So can you find out area now? We have the value of diameter. Can you find out?
Yes, sir.
कर सकते हैं.
Yes,
Just
sir.
I will substitute diameter here and we will get this answer for area. Now let us go for the load P1. Now can you tell me what is the load acting at section 1 by seeing the diagram?
20 kilonewton.
20 kilonewton.
Now why this is coming to be correct? Because you are seeing only one load in this entire ऑब्जेक्ट. आपको सिर्फ एक ही लोड दिख रहा है 20 किलो न्यूटन विल बी 20. अगर सपोज मैंने यहाँ पर 3-4 लोड दे दिया, सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने यहाँ पर दे दिया 50, यहाँ पर दे दिया 30, एक और लोड बढ़ा दिया. नाउ व्हाट विल बी द लोड ऑन एरिया 1?
चलो निकालना पड़ेगा फिर अलग अलग.
We have to find out. We need to find out what is the values of section 1. Sorry, load at section 1, load at section 2 and load at section 3. Okay. तो यहाँ तक तो समझ में आ गया कि हमको एरिया भी निकालना है, हमको लोड भी निकालना है. इसमें कुछ डाउट है?
नो सर.
We need to find out values at section 1 or load at section 1, load at section 2 and load at section 3. So what you need to do is just take right side से जाएंगे हम लोग. सबसे पहला मेरा आ रहा है सेक्शन 3. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये सेक्शन 3 को अलग कर दे रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई नीड द लोड ओनली एट सेक्शन 3. तो सेक्शन 3 को अलग करने के लिए क्या करना है आपको? What you need to do, you need to take like this. It is just a section 3. ये वाला सेक्शन लिया, मतलब मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये पूरे बार को सिर्फ कट कर दे रहा हूँ. कट फ्रॉम दिस एक्सेक्ट पॉइंट. तो क्या होगा, यहाँ पर लोड है 20 का. दिस इज ऑलरेडी लोड, अप्लाइड लोड. दिस इज एन अप्लाइड लोड. नाउ if this element has to be balanced, there should be some load on this side. Yes or no?
Yes.
देखो, अगर मुझे 20 किलो न्यूटन जो राइट साइड में जा रहा है उसको अगर मुझे बैलेंस करना है तो मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक 20 न्यूटन का लोड लेफ्ट साइड में लगाना पड़ेगा. लेट मी राइट हियर P3. अब मैं P3 क्यों लिख रहा हूँ? बिकॉज आई नीड द लोड ऑन P3. So by looking at the figure, can you tell me what will be answer for P3? 20. It's very simple. अगर राइट साइड पे 20 जा रहा है तो लेफ्ट साइड को बैलेंस करने के लिए भी 20 होगा. ये आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन से हो रहा है. बट एज पर कैलकुलेशन में क्या लिखूंगा, देखो, दिस इज गोइंग लेफ्ट साइड, सो आई विल राइट माइनस P3. लेफ्ट साइड फोर्सेज आर नेगेटिव, राइट साइड फोर्सेज आर पॉजिटिव. मैकेनिक्स में पढ़े थे. सो माइनस P3 और ये जा रहा है राइट साइड, तो आई विल राइट प्लस 20. And for equilibrium, this all should be equal to 0. So what I will get here, I will get P3 is equal to 20 kilonewton. Any doubts in this?
No sir.
तो यहाँ से मुझे क्या मिल गया? I will write here that load for section 3 is 20 kilonewton. मेरे को बाद में काम आएगा. Now similarly, I need to find out what is the load at section 2 and what is load at section 1. So for load at section 2, अब क्या करना है? इतना पार्ट कंसीडर करना है, ये पूरा from right to this part. तो मैं यहाँ पर अलग से बना देता हूँ like this. So this is my part number 3 and this is part number 2, and again the load applied is here 20 kilonewton. Okay, now I need the value of force at this particular section 2. हमको ये P2 find करना है. So let me make one force here and name it as P2. Now again, can you tell me what will be answer for P2? Yes, what will be answer for P2? Again, it will be 20. Why? Because there is no other forces acting in between. So again, if I go mathematically, I will write minus P2 plus 20 is equal to 0, and I will get P2 is equal to 20 kilonewton. Okay, so this answer also I got. So I will write it here. P2 is equal to 20 kilonewton. Now similarly, for the first case, or for the first section, what I will do now, I will consider the entire bar. Okay? So I am already given with this part 20 kilonewton, and I need what is the load at this section 1. मुझे ये P1 find करना है. So again by observation, what will be your answer?
20.
Again the answer will be 20. So I will write here. Okay, let me go mathematically. So I will write here minus P1 plus 20 is equal to 0. So I will get P1 is equal to 20 kilonewton. So here you can see that I am getting all the loads. The loads at all the section is 20. Why? Because there was no other load acting on the element. पूरे उस पे कहीं पर भी दूसरा लोड नहीं था, इसलिए हर सेक्शन पे लोड सेम है. If you see only one load in the entire section, you can directly write the load at all section is equal to same. आपको जैसा मैंने अभी ये कैलकुलेट करके दिखाया, वो कैलकुलेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You don't need to calculate if there is only one load acting at the section. But if there are number of loads acting at the section, then you have to do it as per this procedure which I have just now showed you. So any doubt in finding out this answer for loads?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let us go to the solving part. We found out load at each section. Now let us go for the solving part. What is stress acting at section 1? So I will write down here P1 divided by A1 that is stress is equal to force upon area. In previous step, just in the previous step, we have found out value of P1, and what was it?
20
क्या यूनिट के साथ बोलो, यूनिट इज इंपॉर्टेंट.
kilonewton.
20 kilonewton. So it will be, I will write here 20 into 10 raised to 3. Why I have written 10 raised to 3?
Convert it into Newton.
Yes, converting kilonewton into Newton. कभी भी हमारा लोड जो हम लेंगे वो काय में लेंगे, न्यूटन में लेंगे. डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया पाई बाय 4 डी स्क्वायर. डी शुड बी इन विच यूनिट?
mm.
5 सेंटीमीटर दिया है, सेंटीमीटर दिया, तो हमको क्या करना है, उसको कन्वर्ट करना है एमएम में. सो कैन आई राइट 5 into 10 raised to 1. सेंटीमीटर से एमएम में जाना है तो 10 raised to 1. देखो 3 यूनिट्स है हमारे, पहला आता है मीटर, फिर आता है सेंटीमीटर, फिर आता है एमएम. ये याद रख लो आप लोग. फर्स्ट इज मीटर, सेंटीमीटर, एमएम. इफ आई वांट 1 मीटर, 1 मीटर अगर है तो उसका सेंटीमीटर बनेगा 100, दैट मीन्स 10 raised to 2. और 1 मीटर का एमएम बनेगा 1000, 10 raised to 3. सो दिस इज द कन्वर्जन. 1 मीटर इज इक्वल टू 100 सेंटीमीटर इज इक्वल टू 1000 mm. दिस इज द कन्वर्जन. तो देखो हमको कहां से कहां जाना है, हमारे को क्वेश्चन में दिया है सेंटीमीटर, हमको यहां से यहां जाना है, सेंटीमीटर से एमएम में जाना है. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा मुझे, 100 से 1000 जाने के लिए मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10. सो हियर दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव रिटन 5 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10 raised to 1 मतलब 10. समझ में आया कन्वर्जन?
Yes.
ओके. सो पाई बाय 4 एंड दिस इज डी एंड दिस शुड बी स्क्वायर because the formula is area of circle is pi by 4 d square. Tell me the answer.
10.1.
Yes, 10.18 is correct answer. 10.18. So 10.18. And what will be unit for stress? क्या है? लोड.
mm square.
Yes, न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वायर. देखो फॉर्मूले से ही मालूम पड़ेगा. स्ट्रेस इज फोर्स अपॉन एरिया. फोर्स हमने काय में लिए? न्यूटन में. एरिया हमने काय में लिए? mm में. सो आंसर विल बी न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वायर. सिंपल. So this is first part का first answer. Then similarly we need to find out what is sigma 2. So I will write down sigma 2 is equal to P2 upon A2, that is load at second part and area of the second part. So load at second part we have already found out, it is same 20 kilonewton. So it will be 20 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area of the second part. तो देखो second part का diameter कितना दिया है हमको? 4 सेंटीमीटर दिया है. Okay, so here I will write pi by 4 into 4 into 10 raised to 1 because I want to convert it into mm.
15.91.
Yes, 15.91 is correct. So answer will be 15.91 Newton per mm square. So this is the second answer. Then third answer we want. So third answer is sigma 3 is equal to P3 upon A3. Sigma 3 is P3 upon A3. So what is P3? P3 again we have seen that it will be again same 20 into 10 raised to 3 divided by pi by 4 into 4. Okay, pi by 4 into d square. What is diameter of section 3? Diameter of section 3 is 3 centimeter. So again it will be 3 multiplied by 10 raised to 1 square. Now what will be answer?
28.3.
28.3. Perfect answer. 28.3 Newton per mm square. So with these three answers we have completed the answer for part 1. क्वेश्चन में पूछा था देखो फाइंड स्ट्रेस इन ईच सेक्शन, तो हर सेक्शन में हम लोग ने स्ट्रेस फाइंड आउट करके दे दिए. अब दूसरा चीज उसने क्या पूछा है, फाइंड टोटल इलोंगेशन ऑफ द बार. सो फॉर टोटल इलोंगेशन कैन आई राइट टोटल इलोंगेशन डेल्टा इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा L1 प्लस डेल्टा L2 प्लस डेल्टा L3. कैन आई राइट दिस? इस क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा है, टोटल. तो टोटल के लिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, फर्स्ट पे कितना आया, सेकंड पे कितना आया, थर्ड पे कितना आया, तीनों को ऐड कर दूंगा. आई विल गेट द टोटल इलोंगेशन ऑफ द बार. अब मुझे क्या चाहिए, आई नीड दिस डेल्टा L1. सो कैन आई राइट दिस फॉर्मूला, डेल्टा L1 इज इक्वल टू P1 L1 divided by A1 E1. yes or no?
Yes.
We have all the values. देखो P1 हमको मालूम है, it is 20 into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by length of first element कितना दिया है, 20 सेंटीमीटर, 20 सेंटीमीटर दिया है. सो इट विल बी 20 into 10. ये अपन ने देख लिया अभी, सेंटीमीटर टू mm में जाने के लिए मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10 करना रहेगा. ओके, सो 20 into 10 ये हो गया P into L डिवाइडेड बाय एरिया. फॉर एरिया व्हाट आई विल राइट, फॉर एरिया आई विल राइट पाई बाय 4 into d square. So it will be 5 into 10 raised to 1 square multiplied by multiplied by E. So what is E?
210 into
210 GPA. So what will be actually I will writing after conversion? GPA
10
converting.
raised to 3 से multiply.
Perfect answer. It should be multiplied by 10 raised to 3. So I will write down here 210 multiplied by 10 raised to 3. So now everything what we want is in proper units and I have substituted. So calculate this and tell me the answer for delta L1.
9.69 10 raised to minus 3.
Yes, answer is 9.69 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 3. And what will be units? It is change in length. Length का unit क्या होगा? mm. So this is in mm. Okay, तो ये तो देखो मैंने तुमको बेसिक्स से जाके बताया कि डेल्टा L is equal to PL by A. This is basics. But one more thing, just observe here. I will write it again. Delta L is equal to P1 L1 by A1 E1. Just observe this. You can also do like this. What is P by A? What is this P by A? P by A क्या होता है?
Sigma 1.
Sigma होता है. So can I write delta L is also equal to sigma into L1 by A1? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now this value of sigma 1 we already have 10.18. So you can just replace P by A by sigma to reduce your calculation part. तो अब सिर्फ सिंपल से 3 टर्म आएंगे. It will be 10.18. P by A की जगह पे 10.18 multiplied by 20 into 10 divided by 210 into 10 raised to 3. Next is delta L2. Delta L1 हमने निकाल लिया. Delta L2 का सेम फॉर्मूला क्या हो जाएगा? P2 L2 by A2 E2. Or what I will do is I will do like this. This P by A I will write it as sigma. So I will write sigma 2 into L2 by E2. So sigma 2 already I have calculated 15.91. Multiplied by L2, length of second section is given here 25 centimeter. So it will be 25 into 10 is to 1 or 25 into 10 divided by E value is given as 210 into 10 is to 3 after unit conversion. So tell me the answer. Now it's become the simple calculation.
0.01.
0.018 mm. Now let us go for the third one. Third one will be delta L3. Again basic formula is this P3 L3 by A3 E3, but what I will do, I will replace this P3 by A3 by sigma 3. So it will be sigma 3 L3 by A3. Sigma 3 हमने already निकाल के रखे हुए 28.3 multiplied by length of third section. Here it is given 20 centimeter. So it will be 20 into 10 divided by area. Sorry, PL by यहाँ पर E आ जाएगा. It will be E3. So value of E3 will be 210 into 10 raised to 3. So after solving this, what will be answer here?
0.026.
0.026.
6.
Okay, 0.026 mm. So now I got values of delta L1, delta L2 and delta L3. ये क्या हो गया? Elongation of each section. First section का इतना, second section का इतना, third section का इतना. So what will be the total elongation? What should I do?
Add.
So what I will write here, delta is equal to, first one was 9.69 into 10 raised to 3, second was 0.018 and third was 0.026. Just add all the three values and give me the total deformation.
0.053.
0.053. Okay, ठीक है. 0.053. So this is the final answer, that total elongation of bar, that is delta, is equal to 0.053 mm. Okay. Any doubts now in this problem?
No, sir.